A seemingly ordinary glass of juice concealed a deadly crisis. Stepfather Robert handed the drink to his asthmatic stepdaughter, an act that unexpectedly marked the beginning of a nightmare. Shortly after, his son Daniel forgot the life-saving medication, and in a panic, Robert accidentally shattered the medicine bottle. In that instant, an otherwise normal stretch of Wilderness Highway turned into a cursed realm, a terrifying loop from which there was no escape. A gas station kept reappearing. The scorching sun hung endlessly overhead. They were trapped in this eerie space where time seemed frozen, yet somehow continued to slip away unnoticed. The convenience store's supplies would reset each day, yet time remained stuck in that very moment. 35 years passed in a heartbeat, and yet stretched on like eternity. The mother died in despair. The daughter turned to dust. Only Robert and Daniel remained, struggling alone in this silent, desolate prison. Day after day, Daniel climbed and searched for a way out. Though hope was faint, he never gave up. His heart burned with a desire for freedom and survival, clinging to that flicker of hope. In contrast, Robert, consumed by guilt, sank into oblivion. He numbed himself with alcohol, trying to escape the condemnation within, ultimately losing himself in endless sorrow. In the same desperate situation, the two displayed the extremes of human nature, persistence versus despair. When death approached, Robert's memory was suddenly jolted awake. To his shock, he realized he was the sole survivor of a previous cycle. With his last breath, he warned Daniel, "Don't get in the police car." But just as Daniel turned his head, the flashing police lights pierced his eyes. In his bid for redemption, he still stepped into the vehicle, unaware that this would begin yet another loop. He became a police officer in the new cycle, hunting the next sinner. Though Robert had barely escaped the highway loop, he soon found himself trapped in a staircase loop. Was the cycle truly endless? No. The director had already given the answer. In the real-world timeline, the girl was still alive. Robert chose suicide to atone for his mistakes. After Daniel was released from prison, he welcomed the birth of a younger brother. In the end, true hell was never the seemingly inescapable spaces, but the guilt within us that refuses forgiveness. We build our own prisons of remorse, locking ourselves inside. Only by letting go and courageously facing the past can we unlock the door to freedom and redemption.